Okay, Devil May Cry 3, arguably the best game in the franchise. It has some of the best combat in the game, in the franchise. It's one of the best stories in any game, and the designs are top tier. But apparently, some people don't think that. Luckily, I'm not one of those people. But today, I'm going to be looking at bad Devil May Cry 3 reviews because I have nothing better to do. Alright. First review is from Victus Bass. This is the first Persona game that I can say is truly bad. Everything is bad from the characters to the combat to the dungeons. There is nothing good about this game. If I were you, I would not like this game. Buddy, that is Devil May Cry, not Persona. There are no dungeons in Devil May Cry 3. Have you even played the game? Or did you just buy it, confuse it with Persona's game, and gave it a 1 star? Because everything of what you just said is absolutely not true. You have great ground and aerial combat, and it isn't like the regular, light and heavy attack thing. You have it's about making combos. Alright, next. Next is from Slammy Boy Super Wrestling. Strength Man 3 was a weak scent, to be honest. I think Willie's coming at this clash all wrong. He just sat there being a haha funny man, while Storm is bringing up real points against his character. What are you even saying? Nothing of what you just said made any sense at all. Like, seriously. That describes nothing of what Devil May Cry 3 is. Alright, next is Thyle a Rukawataka. Sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Most disgusting game I played. Don't even compare this game with Assassin's Creed? What? If you're an Assassin's Creed lover, this is not a great and This is not great and interesting as Assassin's Creed. What are you smoking? Devil May Cry 3 is nothing like Assassin's Creed. In fact, far from it. Assassin's Creed is about being an assassin. Of course, there are 3 games where that's an exception, but where we don't really count those. Those are Okay. Assassin's Creed is mainly about slow, stealth gameplay. Think of something like Batman, or think of something like the Arkham games before Suicide Squad. Okay? The stealth sections. There are a lot of stealth sections in the Arkham games. And Assassin's Creed is mainly about stealth. Sure, there are some combat sections, but those really don't have any sort of style in them. It's mainly just attack, 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 block, dodge, attack. That's really all it is. The three Assassin's Creed game added a little more with special abilities, but some special abilities, but that's really just it. That's really just it. Devil May Cry is the complete opposite. Devil May Cry has fast as gameplay that has absolutely 0 stealth sections. You're always you're always in the middle of combat. There has been no Devil May Cry game where it has a stealth section. Never once. It's in a lifetime. Because that's not what Devil May Cry is. Devil May Cry is about making cool stuff like combos and doing cool stuff to get a triple S ranking. Anything on that style. You are a very big Assassin's Creed fanboy. Not gonna lie. Alright, next is Cursed Creature. Devilman and Crybab is one of the games ever. The camera beats my family to death, so I did. Dude. What? One of the games ever? Listen. The camera... okay. Okay. The camera part? Okay. That's okay. Hey, the camera kinda sucks in Devil May Cry 3. At times it really is really bad. But most of the time, you're mainly just doing combat sections. And the camera angle is great for that. Okay. Camera angle wasn't really built for platform. Okay? Really the only Devil May Cry game that has done platforming right was the reboot and Devil May Cry 5. Okay, the reboot did the camera angle pretty good. Not the best, but in terms of for Devil May Cry, for me, it's really the best for the but when you said the camera beat my family to death and so did I, what do you mean so did I? Do you mean it? Do you mean that you hate it? And do you mean that you killed your own family? What is that supposed to mean? Fucking idiot. Alright. Alright, next is Zad Safi. Absolutely. I'm not even going to try to say that. I don't understand how people like this game. Okay. Perfect. Really great story. Really great combat. Most of the enemies are really great to fight. Are really fun to fight. Right? And emphasis on on most enemies in Devil May Cry 3. Okay, there are just quite a few enemies that are just tedious to fight. And the bosses. 90% of the bosses are really fun to fight. There are really only 3 bosses that aren't that fun to fight because it's absolutely dog shit. The bosses, I mean. If you can't understand how people don't understand, if you don't understand those things, then clearly this is not the game for you. Okay, Devil May Cry is not the game for you if you don't understand that. Okay? You'd probably be better off playing something like Batman Arkham Knight or shooter games like Doom. Yeah. Right. Next one is Ave El Kaizi. This game must be the Devil May Cry 1. Well, technically, it's a prequel to Devil May Cry 1. So yeah, technically, Devil May Cry 3 is Devil May Cry 1. But why did you rate it 1 star? Did you you could have at least explained why you don't like the game instead of just giving it a 1 star and saying this must be the Devil May Cry 1. Like, dude, that makes no sense. That review makes no sense. Alright. Alright, last review is KM, is from KM, and it's just a bunch of emojis. I'm not even going to try to do anything. I'm not even going to try. To read it because it doesn't even have words. It's all just emojis. Okay, let's see. There's a graph emoji, a emoji that looks like Frisk's face, shrug emoji, fire emoji, skull emoji, demon emoji, laughing emoji, heart emoji, gasp emoji, and crying emoji. That doesn't explain why you don't like the game. In fact, far from it. Not even a single bit. That doesn't explain anything on why you don't like the game. Seriously. If I absolutely hated games like Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, for example, okay? It's not a very good game. It's not a really good game. See, but I have it right here. It's not a really good Devil May Cry game, but for a game, it's alright, but not a good Devil May Cry game. The reason I don't consider it a Devil May Cry game is because the combat isn't as fun, and the story just doesn't really make sense, and the character designs are very good, and the designs in general are very good, but the story and the writing, the characters aren't very good. Still better than the reboot and Devil May Cry 2, but it isn't Devil May Cry level. It isn't really great Devil May Cry level. Okay. If I needed a reason to hate games I would need an absolute reason to hate a game. I would need more than just one reason. Okay. Let's just take, for example, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. A lot of people hate that game. Because the combat isn't as fun. They just changed the game into a shooter game. They ruined they ruined Arkham Batman. And it basically killed the franchise. And somehow the Justice League exists. And originally didn't. In fact, Superman and Wonder Woman, characters like Superman and Wonder Woman didn't really even exist in the Arkhamverse. In fact, they basically just spawned in so that Suicide Squad could happen, in that we have bosses. And the Batman boss fight in Suicide Squad is absolute dog shit. Okay? I have reasons to hate games to not like games I don't like, other than just using emojis. Okay? It isn't it isn't me being smart. It's just common sense. Common fucking sense. Seriously. You need a reason to not like things. Like, you need a reason to. Hi. You need a reason to like and not like things. Like, take for example, you need a reason to not like things like. Um, need a reason to not like things like. You need an actual reason to not like games like let's see. You need you need a reason to not like games like Sonic Mania or Pokken Tournament or Star Wars The Force Unleashed or literally any game thing or anything. You need a reason to like or not like those things. Other than just give one reason. You need an absolute list. You need to list off things that you don't like about the game, what you do like, what you love, what you hate. Yeah, every you don't have to put everything. You just need enough for people to understand why you don't like or like something. Why you like or don't like something. Okay? Okay. And you need to do it correctly because Vignit Bass, Slammy Boy Super Wrestling, and Dynamite, and and compare it to games that are literally nothing like it. Okay, Persona is more like Honkai Star Rail. Oh, I think where or Sonic and the Dark Chronicles, which is an absolute awful game, but its system is similar based on what I've seen. Okay, it's more like D&D. Persona, I mean, basically you're apart from your you're like 5 feet apart from your enemies, and you take turns, but the only difference being that you don't roll a dice. Right? You just attack and heal. You basically try to win the fight by basically basically spamming moves, okay? It's more like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon, okay? In Assassin's Creed, and comparing Devil May Cry to Assassin's Creed is absolutely fucking stupid. Stupid. So many ways. The combat sections in Assassin's Creed is more like The Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom, okay? You don't have a lot of moves, but it's decent. The only difference being that you don't really have any sort of magical abilities or specialties. No, they only added that in Odyssey, Valhalla, and Origins, from what I know. Okay, I haven't played a lot of Assassin's Creed games. Okay, so I wouldn't really know about this stuff, but Assassin's Creed is mainly slow stealth gameplay, and the combat sections are more like Legend of Zelda, or God of War, Norse God of War, not Greek God of War, and that's basically Assassin's Creed. Devil May Cry is the complete opposite. It does not have any slow stealth gameplay. In fact, no stealth missions. It's all combat, and you have a very big move set. and so you can do combos with. Okay? Calling it disgusting? What about the game is disgusting? Like, seriously. I don't see anything that's disgusting about Devil May Cry 3, okay? Do you not like the weapons? Because the weapons are fucking awesome. You have a standard, you have a sword that you can throw at your enemy. You have a sword. 3 rods that connect to a ring to make ice nunchucks. 2 giant meat and 2 giant blades that are kind of similar to katanas, but can transform into a double-bladed sword, or a guitar, or that can transform into a scythe and an axe. And finally, gauntlets and boots that literally do the most damage in the entire game. What about that doesn't seem awesome? Also, did I mention for the sword that you can just throw it at your with a move? You can just throw it at your enemies, and it does damage to them. Yeah, it can do that. So tell me, what about Devil May Cry 3 is disgusting? Are you talking about the enigmas? Because honestly, that is kind of understandable. The enigmas are weird, but they aren't really disgusting. In fact, nothing about Devil May Cry is disgusting. What are you smoking? So anyway, that's the end of the video, and I just wanted to do that. So yeah, bye. And if you want to, you can subscribe or not. I don't care. Or I'm not really trying to be famous or anything. I just want to do this. So yeah. Later.